Alright, so we're in a taxi. We're headed back home after going to get my next visa. Say hello.
Hello.
Hello. But this is my recommendation. Now, there's a whole number of reasons why. But, okay, this is what you need to do. If you won the lottery, or you come from wealth, or you have some sort of retirement or pension, or you're very well off, you would need about maybe $3,000 a month in income to live fairly well in China for the rest of your life. Like if you don't have to work, right, and you have about that much money for the rest of your life, $3,000 a month, that could support a wife as well. To live very comfortably, about $5,000 a month would do it. But if you have that amount of income, you need to pack up all it, and if you live in the United States especially, you need to sell everything you have, sell your houses, sell your kids, get rid of everything you have, right? Move to China. Now, preferably you either speak the language, you have a close friend that moves with you, or you have a wife or a girlfriend that can speak fluent Chinese. Move to China. Now, when you get here, depending on what city you live in, because like I live in a city that's like over 99% Chinese, right? Everyone speaks Chinese. Very seldom do I ever see English speakers unless I go somewhere that there's only a couple places in the city. Literally, there's 2 places in the city that English speakers usually go to. And in my city particularly, there's no historic site here or area of the Great Wall of China, or they do have a reasonably good international airport here, but there's no reason for tourists to be here. So about 9 out of 10 or maybe 19 out of 20 people that I ever meet that speak English are all English teachers. That's why they're in this city. It's a large city of over 5 million people. So you think there'd be a lot of diversity here. And there is, as far as like restaurants and shops and like things you can purchase, but as far as people, not at all. So like for example, over the last 2 years, I've been here over 2 years, and in my city I've seen I think 5 total, 5 total black skinned people like out in public walking around. Me and my wife do a lot of that. Like we just leave the house and we walk around all day. We'll walk miles, or maybe take several taxis different places. And during over 2 years, there's only been 5 black-skinned people I've ever seen anywhere, just walking around, right? And then on the other hand, there's only been less than 15 Caucasian people. So I've seen more of them at 2 specific places people congregate at. That there's a speakeasy pub this guy started from England, and that word has spread that English-speaking people go there. So I've seen a lot more of them go to his place. It's a small place. But the reason why I'm saying that is if you talk to any of them, like if you sell all your shit, you relocate to China and live here, when you run into anybody that you talk to, more often than not, the guys have been here for 5, 6, 8, 10 years, and they love it here. If they're from the United States, they'll tell you they ain't never going back to the United States. Now, a lot of people in my city of Nanning, China here, there's a large portion of the non-Chinese here that are from South Africa. And then there's a lot from the United Kingdom. And then there's about maybe, I don't know, 10 or 20% of the foreigners in this city might be from the United States. I don't know, probably 10%. Not a lot. Most of them are South African, United Kingdom, or from one of the either Russia or the surrounding regions that used to be part of the USSR. There's people like those are the people that I've met. But talking to any of them, they love it here, and they could, depending on who you could talk to, they'll tell you different reasons why. The government and the systems here, benefit them better than they did in their, life's just better over here. There's a lot of reasons for it, and from American media, like watching the news, they give you this impression like people here are under some sort of tyrannical regime. They have no freedoms, and that's not the case at all, guys. It's not the case at all. I mean, they've been running this stuff. Well, first they were running for 5 or 6 years, the stuff about building islands in the China Sea, dredging the China Sea to fucking make more island, vacation property stuff, or possibly military stuff on the sea, that the U.S. Navy should prevent China from doing that. And then they started talking about this religious ethnic group called the Uyghurs, or Uyghurs, or whatever the fuck they are. They're making a move off their land, and they've even gone into news reports saying they're killing them all. It's not what's happening. China, the whole land in China is for Chinese people, and they have limited farmland. They have about the total same land mass as the United States, but much more farmland. And they also have a lot of stuff like the Gobi Desert, where they've planted more trees than all other nations combined in the world to prevent the spread of the Gobi Desert. And anyways, they properly manage their land, and one aspect of that was this ethnic group that had been here over time, and they wanted to use those land areas for different things for their people, which they are doing. So I've seen a ton of news stories on that. Oh, they're killing these people. It's like, I've talked to a lot of people about that, and everyone here that's living here is, the encampments where these people have had to move out and live in like encampments for refugee type encampments. That is true. But in the same regards, this is not a nation of refugees. That's what the United States is. You're an entire nation of refugees, people that have escaped places, first escaping Europe to the Protestants to escape the persecution of the Roman Catholic Church, and then you killed off all the Indians, and you're a nation of refugees in the United States. China is not a nation of refugees. Same thing with Russia. It's not a nation of refugees. It's a country of Russians, or a country of Chinese, and they have the right to do whatever they want to with their land areas, and that's what they do. And it doesn't make any sense to you as Americans, because why would it?